Carolyn Dube here, and welcome to this month's colorful jelly print party. This month's party was inspired by a party. It's because I'm using party forks, which are these cute little miniature forks instead of a full-size fork, but you could do all of the same techniques with a full-size fork. And I'm going to get some pattern and design onto this print using one of the new round jelly plates. So as I'm playing with the 4-inch jelly plate here, I'm putting some fluid acrylic on it. And as I brayer it around, I want a little extra texture in it. So I grabbed one of these little party forks that I have. Now, I don't actually keep these to use with food. These are absolutely so for art and creation, but they are the cutest little mini forks. And all I did was drag it along the jelly plate to create all sorts of texture right there in the paint. And you can use just about anything to put texture in jelly plate. The thing that you want to watch out for is just make sure that you're not scratching or scraping into the surface of the jelly plate. So when I'm using something like a fork, it is just gently resting on it and then I'm dragging it towards me. And that way I don't end up jabbing it or ripping the actual jelly plate with it. So now you've seen the basics of how this works, and then it's a matter of just how many different ways you want to drag those lines across. Do you want to do it, cross-hatching so that you're making all sorts of little squares on it, like I did here? And yes, I'm using every little bit of paint that's on this thing. On this one, when I put it in, I'm actually putting two colors right there on the jelly plate to mix it up to the green color that I wanted, right on the plate. Don't have to mix it up somewhere else. It's just all done right there. So as I'm doing this, and you'll see how the texture looks a little different with this green than I had for any of the other colors that were on there before. I can use different textures every time, or I can use the same one over and over again. It's not like there are any rules to this. I can do it however I want. So mixing the two colors again right on that brayer, and this time I'm going back to the very first pattern that I did because I really like that one. Well, thanks for joining me for this month's colorful jelly print party. So grab a fork or something else that you can create lines of texture into your jelly plate and have some fun experimenting and building up those lines and patterns. It's always inspiring to see what people are making with their jelly plate, so I hope you'll share what you're making with all of us over in the community called A Colorful Playground, and that's over on Google+. If you aren't familiar with how Google+ works, never fear. I've got some video tutorials showing you how that all works because we're all learning it together. And of course, if you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more of my videos, I'd love it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for being a part of this colorful journey.